Our first author is a two-time author and one of my college buddies. So it's amazing how things happen in life. I never thought that we would be working together again, but way back in something, I guess I can't date us. But we went to GW together. So any other GW people out there, hail to the buff and blue. I'm going to welcome my colonial sister, Janeen Latini. Come on out here.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you.
It's awesome.
So Janeen is the author of Stack It Up. And Janeen, let's get started. This is your second book. Tell people what Stack It Up is all about.
Sure. So it's great to be here first. And it's been a long run, right?
Yes.
So
awesome.
It's awesome. Stack It Up is my current book, and you can get it today. And it is really a book written about retaining your top talent. So it's arguably the most expensive problem in business today, that organizations are losing their top staff. People are choosing to vote with their feet and move on. And a lot of executives are struggling with that. Like, why are my people leaving? What can I do to make this better? And they're not getting the return on that question. Well, this book dives into that question.
And so why this book? Why this topic? Did it pick you or did you pick it?
I think it picked me. I've been spending some time working with clients on this exact topic and really listening to a lot of staff and leaders on what's happening and building programs to really help good organizations keep good people.
I love that. So, Janeen, one of the reasons I wanted you to kick this off is some of the people listening who have thought in their lives, oh, I could write a book on that, maybe not on retention, but people have hobbies and interests and passions and experiences, and they'll get this idea in their head, I could write a book, but they might feel like, gosh, this would be perfect to write once my schedule clears off. Mm-hmm. And so people are parents, they have full-time jobs, which I know you have a full-time job. They have, I don't know, car problems, health problems, life problems, hot water heaters blow up all the time. So there is always something else that seems like it's getting in the way of writing your book for a lot of people. So I wanted to get some advice for you to kick things off here. How did you clear your schedule off to make 90 days, nothing else in your way, where you could just focus on the book?
Oh, that's such a great question. I just erased my calendar. Does it work? I mean, it works all the time, right? I just, delete, cancel. This is a great question. And it's funny because, as you know, the calendar is not always our friend. And I think this is funny in that you see it in the workplace all the time. You need something done, you ask the busiest person. You ask somebody who already seems like overcommitted, and it gets done. And you wonder, like, how do they do that? And people ask that question all the time. How do they do that? And I think the answer to that is people who take a lot on know intuitively how to prioritize, and they know what they really care about and what's going to make a difference in that moment. And so they make tough choices, which sometimes feel tough and sometimes they're not even thinking about, because they've committed to it. And so it's just who they are. It's what they're doing.
So what were some of the tough choices that you had to make during the last 90 days?
Oh, that's a great one. So, the last 90 days, things came up. Unplanned travel, changes at work, health diagnoses, lots of things that I didn't see coming up. There's plenty of things I knew, but many didn't. And I think, what do you do with your time and how do you focus your time? And then really, so for me, I had to make the choice to ask for help at some points, which that's tough. Type A's don't like to ask for help, but I said, I need some quiet. And so that means I need some help in getting that quiet, in getting to a quiet place to spend a few hours with myself and getting this done, because it was the priority for that day. It was the priority for that weekend.
I think this calls for a shout out. Anyone in particular who helped you?
So yes, absolutely. Steve, my partner, you've met him. And there was a day where I said, I just need the quiet. And he said, I'm there, I'm on it. What do you need done? And he and my daughter magically made the house super quiet. And then the book was born.
Love it. I love it. There is, I was going to say there's no way to do it alone. There's a way to do it alone. There's totally a way to do it alone.
Yes.
But dear God, is it easier if you have help and community and support? Mm-hmm. And so just claiming that for yourself, I think is the first tip I really want to share with people today, is you can do this alone. And it might take longer and it might be less pleasant, but you can do it alone. But one of the things I think Janeen did so beautifully with this book is making the decision to ask for help, to be a part of a community, to get support, and not just to say, well, I'll just take 2 years longer or 3 years longer to get my message out there. if I'm going to do it in 90 days, I'm not going to do it alone.
That's right.
So,
and being really honest that this is what you're doing. You know, I told people, hey, I'm writing this book, and what's your experience with that? Or would you talk to me about that? Everybody said, yeah, absolutely. I'll talk to you about it. And so taking that idea, and then suddenly it built energy. And it was really great because then everybody was on board. And even if they weren't writing, they were with me. Their energy was with me. And that's what made it happen.
Awesome. Janeen Latini is the author of Stack It Up. Oh, one more question for you. Is your other book available today?
Absolutely. Love to Lead, Lead to Love. It goes free tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you're going to get some links for Janeen's books, and check out her other book as well, because that will be available for free tomorrow. But for today, right now, if you know someone with a retention problem in their company, or maybe you have one in your company, go get Janeen Latini's Stack It Up free on Amazon right now. Thanks, Janeen.
Thanks, Angela.